Welcome to Wildly Basic. I'm Denise McLeod.
I'm Whitney Hunt.
And today we have some guests from the Waterford Senior Center. We have Danielle Fiddler, and what's your title?
I'm Director of Nutrition and Auxiliary Services at the Senior Center.
Okay, and we have Amber.
Amber Hoskins. I'm a nutrition assistant, and I also work in the adult daycare.
Awesome. Now, we're going to talk about a couple things today, pretty important things.
Yes.
Anything with the Senior Center is pretty important, especially during the COVID epidemic.
Yes.
So tell me, as the epidemic started, what did you guys have to do? Did you do Meals on Wheels?
Yeah.
That's your thing.
So back in March, everything changed.
Yes.
So, and it changed daily almost, if not weekly, I would say daily.
Daily.
Every day it was, something new thrown at us that we
Right.
had to figure out. The Senior Center's been closed to the public since March 13th is the last time we had the Senior Center open to the public. It's the last time we had our adult daycare open. It's the last time we had congregate lunches. So starting on March 16th, we had to create a new normal for the Senior Center.
Mm-hmm. So you had to think on your feet every single day about how to keep things going without infecting anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Right.
Yep, trying to keep our essential services, which right now our essential services is Meals on Wheels. We're serving, at one point during the pandemic, we were serving almost 250 seniors lunch every day. So that was at our high point. Right now we're at about 180, 190 that we're still serving lunch to. And then we also do a curbside carryout program. So people can drive up and get lunch.
Well,
and
that's
then,
nice. So
yeah.
you just drive through and you stop and you guys hand them a bag of lunch?
Yep, we
Yep.
run out, they pull up to the curb and
We bring it right out to their car.
That's something
Yep.
you have to pre-order, or can anybody just,
they call before 10
okay, that day?
that
Yep,
day.
that
So they
day.
just register and then
Yep.
drive up, say their name, and they get their meal?
Yep.
Yep.
And some people call in their meals for the whole
What-
week,
What day is that you guys do?
Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday?
Yep. And we were doing just 3 days a week up until July, just to keep our volunteer numbers down in the building. So we were doing just Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we were doing Meals on Wheels 3 days a week. But starting in July, we started 5 days. So we're back at full capacity with our Meals on Wheels. And we're back. Almost all of our volunteers are back now too. For a while, we had maybe 25% of our volunteers working.
Sure.
So 75% of them were not.
Most of your volunteers are seniors though, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And so did you have a hard time? You probably didn't have a lot of seniors helping you?
The staff has been awesome. Like our director's been out delivering meals. Our finance person's been delivering meals. There's been weeks we've been out, both Amber and me, every single day.
Okay.
But
Now, you also mentioned the fire department was helping deliver meals as well, right?
yeah, we
Yeah.
had 2 positive COVID cases that popped up in our building in July. Well, end of June, beginning of July, and so we had to quarantine almost all of our staff
And volunteers.
and about 75% of our volunteers.
Wow.
So anybody that could have been exposed was put in quarantine, and we worked with the health department. But we were able to work with Waterford's emergency manager and the township supervisor, and they helped put together a team we had Waterford Fire Department, Waterford Police Department,
Oh, very
and
cool.
people from Transformations Church.
That's great.
They came and helped. And it was it made for an interesting 2 weeks because we had, police cars pulling up and loading their
Fire
cars.
trucks.
Yeah, we had a fire, they had the whole engine one day. And but the people on the program loved it.
Sure.
At first it was like, wait, why is there a police officer,
And then they
knocking
got to
on my
talk
door?
to them for a few minutes
Yeah.
to get to know them.
We got tons of thank you letters
Yes.
from our people, from
Yeah.
our participants on Meals to
Very
give to the
cool.
fire
Yeah,
department.
and they loved it. We had the fire department they took care of Lakeland Place, which we have about 30 people in there. So Lakeland Place, the fire department was doing that every day for like 2 weeks, and they got kind of used to it. And I think they loved having the officers in their uniforms, and I think it actually made them feel special that these people took
do
the
that
time
once a
out.
year or
Yeah,
something.
and that must
Yeah.
have been a good change from what
Yeah.
has been happening with the police departments and, their first responders lately. So that must have been a really good change.
I think it was positive all the way around. The officers that we worked with were so friendly and helpful. And they stepped right in to help. Like whatever you need me to do, they were there. And So,
Jumped right in.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's how Waterford is, though.
Oh, it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like one of the best towns to live
Yep.
in.
Well,
This
and water.
community in
yeah.
whole, since the pandemic started, has really been behind the senior center
Yeah.
and helping support us and Meals on Wheels. So
Right.
Good.
So now you have an event coming up. You have rock and roll for Meals on Wheels.
It's a walk and roll. You
Walk
can
and
rock
roll.
and roll
Oh,
if
not
you
rock
want
and
to.
roll.
You can rock and roll if you
walk
want.
and
You
roll,
can have your headphones
walk
on.
while
Yeah.
you rock.
It's our walk and roll
Walk
for
and
Meals on
roll.
Wheels. It's our 29th annual.
Yeah.
So it's something that we've been
29
doing.
years. you've been
29
doing it.
years.
That's
Yep.
amazing.
I haven't been there for all 29, but I've been there for a bunch of them.
Sure.
But it has done nothing but grow, and we were concerned this year that businesses weren't going to be able to give. Our money might be down, but we're doing really well. We're
Oh.
really happy. This community, like Amber said, it's
Yeah, they're really backing the walk and roll this year. And
yeah. We've had a lot of support from the community.
Very good.
But although we're getting all this extra support, this is the year we need it because, as I mentioned, instead of serving 170 or 80 people, we were serving 240 or 50 people. So
And you may have to do that again.
yeah, we
if
don't
it-
right.
Yeah, if we do a second wave.
yes,
Let's hope not.
Well, that's but yeah. So
Right.
so yeah, you need that.
we have to be
support.
prepared.
Yeah.
Yep.
You have to be
Yeah, we
prepared.
have grants that do cover a portion of the program, but we do ask like a $3 suggested donation for the meals. That's for the home delivered, and we were talking about the curbside carry out. That's all we ask is $3. So, but if people can't pay that, so if someone pulled up and said, I don't have $3, we would never turn them away. So that's where this fundraiser comes in. It pays for those people that can't pay for their meals.
Right.
And about 50% of our people that are on our homebound Meals on Wheels program cannot afford the meals.
Okay.
Without our food, they I wouldn't say 50% of them, but I'd say a large percent of the people would not know where their next meal is coming from. So
Some people on our program, I mean, this is the only food they
Yeah.
eat a day.
Oh, wow.
And it's the only time a lot of them see a person a day.
That's
is when the
right.
meals are dropped at their door.
Right.
So that's where the fundraiser comes in.
Okay.
So, and every $3 that helps pay for somebody's meal. So every $3 donation we get, that's paying for somebody that can't pay for their
Okay,
food.
so like right now, people are watching this, and they're not going to do your walk and roll for meals, but they want to donate to the senior center. They can do that, right? They
Yep.
just give you a call.
Yep,
and-
just call
Yep,
us.
Yep.
Yeah, they can call us
What's your phone number?
248-682-9450.
Okay, because also the senior center itself needs donations as well
Yes.
as yeah.
We, the senior center, we're used to having activities and programs that go on. A lot of our main fundraisers this year we weren't able to have. Our flea market got canceled.
Right.
Our Dave Bennett thing had to be completely, our hot summer night was
Virtual.
yeah, it was made virtual.
But you actually still
We
did
still did
a
well,
great
Yeah,
job
you
right.
did pretty
for that.
good.
We did well for especially at the first time doing something like that virtually. We still did very well.
Right.
But then we also did not get to have. We were supposed to have like a Beatles tribute band and like another concert,
Right.
kind of like it was another fundraising event, and we had to cancel that. So, and then Amber works down in the adult daycare, and she can tell you a little bit about that. But
Yeah, the adult daycare, it was literally on Friday, we got word that it was the last day anyone was going to be able to bring their family members to us, and we
Right.
had to tell the families that day. We had no warning
Right.
that say, hey,
It had to be
mom,
devastating for them.
dad can't come. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
And
then
that-
they had to figure out what they were going to do.
And we've had to lay off some of our staff because without the adult daycare, obviously we don't need adult daycare workers in there. And some people's jobs have been revamped to fill in the
Sure, like
gaps
a-
with the
yeah,
essential
like a floater
programs.
that kind of floats around. Yeah,
But-
so then they could call up the senior center and donate $3 or whatever for the walk and roll, but they could also sign up for a membership. Maybe if they have a
Yes.
mom
Yes.
or dad, sign up for a membership. It's how much is that a month? It's $20.
$20,
$20
if you're
for
in
a Waterford
Waterford.
resident?
Yep.
Yep, for the household.
Yeah, so you could donate a little for walk and roll, and you could donate a little bit for the senior center, and that would really help out.
Yep.
And we're trying to encourage people to renew their memberships
Yes.
and let them know that the senior centers still
Gifts, you
here.
could give it as a
Still
gift,
working.
Yes,
right?
we're still working for
Yeah.
you guys, you know.
Yep.
Right,
Our-
that you're
we
there.
still have our social workers still there doing outreach appointments, hooking people up with resources, referrals, doing Medicare counseling.
Right.
So
So you're
we're
still,
still
there on the phone.
Yep.
Yes.
You're still there answering calls. You're still there feeding people.
Yep.
So you are there that you can be contacted. So tell us about the walk and roll then.
Yeah, what are you
So
doing differently
sign
this year?
up. How do you sign up? How do you?
So the walk and roll will, in some ways, look like it has for the last 29 years, and in some ways look totally different. The walk, we're still going to have our T-shirts, which we put. All the sponsors will still be on the T-shirts. Everybody that participates will get a T-shirt. And then we're starting the registration at 8:30. The whole thing will be outdoors. So there will be restrooms available, but other than that, everything is outdoors. We have a large tent rented. And people can start registration at 8:30 in the morning. And then as soon as you and your friends get registered, then you can go walk. We're not all going to leave at 10
You're
o'clock.
not doing a big group
Yeah.
leave. You're gonna
stagger it.
people so that so that we
keep
can
the
keep
distance.
Yep.
keep distance.
Yep.
Our thinking is people, when they're there on the property, to wear their masks, if they're able to keep, even if we're outdoors in the tent area, to keep a mask on. But once you're walking and you're not walking with a bunch of people outside of your
Right.
circle,
You're not in the crowd.
then you could take your mask off.
Sure.
And we're going to have water stations. The Waterford Police, we're working with that. We've got our walk permit, but we're working on getting the police escort so that they can keep us safe. But we just walk over to Myers from the Senior Center on Pontiac Lake Road.
Okay.
We walk to Myers. We walk back past the Senior Center. We walk over to Crary, Kurzman,
Okay.
and then we walk back to the Senior Center.
Okay.
So, and then once they get back, there's going to be prizes. And then we also are putting together some swag bags that are going to be pretty fun that people can take home, because we can't do the celebration lunch and we can't do the award ceremony. So we're still going to recognize all our sponsors, but we're going to be doing it a little differently.
Sure.
And then since we're not doing our big luncheon that we used to do, a lot of local businesses that used to donate food to us have instead donated gift certificates and
Oh,
things
that's
like
great.
that to go into our swag bags.
Who are some of your sponsors? Can I ask?
So we have a whole bunch of sponsors that came in over $1,000, like more than I can even name right now.
Okay.
So they've been wonderful. But so we've got anywhere from $150. That's all that they have to donate is $150, and they get their name on the shirt. Those are our supporters. And then we have our bronze sponsors, our silver sponsors, and our gold sponsors. And then we actually have individuals too, not just businesses, but just wonderful community members that are donating money.
Awesome.
And so it's coming together nice. But some of the restaurants that I just thought it was wonderful. Like Marco's Pizza is they're giving us coupons for our swag bags for free cheese bread for everybody that comes.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
So there's going to be really fun stuff in there. Some of our local businesses are putting together some really nice treats to put in there. So everybody will go home with their T-shirt and with a nice swag
Very nice.
bag.
It's gonna be a nice family day.
Yeah,
'Cause
it
you need
is.
something to do with the kids.
Yeah, and there's going to be a photo booth.
Nice.
But not a photo booth that you have to get inside. It's a
Right.
nice open photo booth.
Yeah.
No props this year.
No
for
props,
photos,
though.
No
but-
props. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, and then but the walk itself is fun. And if you come with your family or with your friends, and then everybody will get a T-shirt.
Right. It gives you
But-
something to do and get out.
Yeah.
Right.
And even if you don't want to show up at the senior center for the walk, but still want to participate, we say you can walk whenever, wherever,
Right.
and just virtual walk with us
Right.
at those
Yep.
times.
You could go
so
to the
you're not
nature
in the
center.
crowd
Yeah.
in your neighborhood.
Very nice.
Yep.
Yep.
And then as long as you turn in your pledge sheet and any of your information and your pledge sheets before 10 o'clock on that morning, you could still be eligible for prizes.
So I'm going to call you up and I'm going to say, I want to join the Walk and Roll for Meals, and you're going to tell me to.
Well, we have registration forms that you can fill out. They're online.
Okay.
You can find them on Facebook. They're on our website. So you could fill them out online. We can mail them to you if you want to
Oh,
mail
okay.
to you. We can pick it up curbside. We have the pledge sheets and the registration forms. And as long as you get that back to us by 10 a.m. on the day of the walk, then you can get prizes. You can get a T-shirt.
Nice.
It's $15 is the registration fee, and that's basically pays for your T-shirt.
Right.
And then any pledges, all of that goes for feeding the seniors.
Right. That's pretty
That's
easy.
great.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or you could just call up and say, hey, I want to give you $15.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And you'll take it because
And you've fed
that's
5
going to
people.
feed seniors.
Yep. You've just did 5
Or
meals.
it's going to help the senior center in some way. So that's great.
Yeah.
That's an inexpensive way to help people in your
Yeah.
community.
Very much.
Yep.
The community has really band together during
Sure.
this time for us with donations, you know, and
Yeah.
just helping us through.
Waterford schools, they were a huge help when we had to, with our COVID shutdown, they let us go over to Crary for the 2 weeks. We worked with their food service director, and she was able to help us get food like quickly together so that, you know, our seniors didn't go without food.
Well, I think you guys are doing a wonderful job.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
amazing.
Well, it's something we couldn't do by ourselves,
No.
that's for sure. And all of
as
this,
a whole, the group
yeah.
as a whole is doing a wonderful job to stay open during COVID.
yeah.
It's day by day.
You should be proud of yourselves.
You
All
really
the
are,
staff has jumped in to help
Yeah.
out. We have an
Yeah.
amazing team over at the
Yeah.
And you guys even have people that call seniors to check on them. And
Yes.
Just
Yep.
to talk to them because a lot of seniors are shut in. They don't really see anybody sometimes
anybody in the
for the whole
house.
day.
Yeah, our social worker started up a reassurance call program so that if seniors were lonely and wanted someone just to talk to, she had a list of volunteers
It's
and
very nice.
would match them up with one, and they'd get a weekly
Yep.
phone call to talk about, you know, anything they wanted to.
What a wonderful program.
Yeah, one of the other, it was kind of a crazy thing you would think about is right at the beginning of the pandemic when everybody was using the, like the shopping app for
Yeah.
Kroger or
Yeah,
Meijer
yeah.
where you could like have your food picked up. What happened was they were so overloaded
Yeah, they
that,
were. You'd
well,
have to
our
wait 3
seniors,
days or something,
our
yeah.
seniors that were used to using that couldn't get in there to use it.
Right.
So we had volunteers that were literally getting people's lists and going shopping for them. So that was their volunteer job. So they would go out during the pandemic and get groceries for someone that could not. So that was another great
That is
program.
very sweet.
So cool.
Yeah, and then Erin with her adult daycare, she's doing like calls, like, you know, weekly calls to check on her families. They've got caregiver support groups lined up. She's working
Oh,
with
that's right. They're doing that virtually.
Yes,
Yep,
they're doing
over the
virtual
phone.
and phone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Meetings, yes.
And then she's, you know, getting them resources that they can use. They did go do some home visits, some socially
Oh, yeah.
distanced
I saw that.
home visits
They made a
with them.
video, I think,
Yeah.
of it. Yeah.
Yep,
So,
for
you know,
3 Thursdays in June.
Yeah.
The Encore girls, the workers, Erin herself, we all went to their houses and stood outside
They
in the
looked
window
happy. They
and
looked very happy.
yeah,
Yeah.
the staff or the seniors?
Both.
both. Everyone involved.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we appreciate you guys coming in.
Yeah.
Well, thank you
for
for-
everything you've been
You,
doing.
if you
you.
want, you can look right into this camera and tell the audience, tell Waterford out there, whatever you want to tell them.
What do you want to tell them, Amber?
Just remind them of
Okay.
the date
Okay.
and the time and
So the walk and roll will take place on Saturday, September 26th. Registration starts at 8:30 in the morning. The walk itself will go till 11. So anytime between 8:30 and 11, come and get your T-shirt. It's $15. Do the walk, get some prizes, and support a really great cause, helping feed our senior neighbors. Thank you.
all right. Thanks for coming in,
you.
guys.
Thank you
That
guys
was
for
really
having
nice.
us.
Hang in there. You got it going on. You got it going on, girls. Anyway, so thanks very much.
Oh, no
Thank
problem.
you. All right.
Thanks for having us.
Sure.